Okay guys, this is Math 2. We're going to look at parent functions. This is the foldable that you have. It's pink. We've already folded it up in class. This is just going to make sure that you got everything. We're not going to look at this. I'm not going to talk a lot in details. We did it in class. I'm going to let this play mostly. But this is so that you can have a correct toolkit as you're looking at things. Okay, just to make sure you understand, the domain is all real numbers because I can choose. It goes forever to the left on my x's, and the graph will go forever to the right. Same thing for the range. It goes forever down and forever up, so it's an infinite amount of choices, so it's all real numbers for both. Down here, this is the quadratic one. It's underneath it. Okay, on the quadratic, take a moment to recognize. Again, the domain is all real numbers because I can choose any number as x goes up, 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 up. Every number is good. As x goes down, 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 every number is good. So it's all real numbers. But for the y's, notice that this value will never, ever, ever get below y is 0. So it is y equals 0 and above. Next one we look at is the square root function. On the square root function, just looking at this, the graph here starts at 0 and goes up. Notice I'm only using x's that go to the right. There are no x's over here on the left, so my x's start at 0 and go forever up, so it's every number greater than 0. For the y's, no matter what I plug in, I never graph anything below this line. Everything that I graph is above, so all of my y's are above 0. And there's the domain and range. Next is exponential. On the exponential, I used a very specific exponential here. I used 2 to the x power. That 2 could be anything, but I chose 2 so it fit on the graph. Notice I can go forever to the left and forever to the right, which means I can use any number, so the domain is all real numbers. The range, however, never goes below this line. It's always above this line. And we talked about it. We got on the calculator and looked at some values. It actually never, ever, ever touches the line either. So it's greater than 0, but it is not equal to it. Next is the absolute value. It's on the top right of your foldable. Okay, and real quick, just recognize that the domain, all numbers to the left are good, all numbers to the right are good, so the domain is all real numbers. The range is everything above or equal to 0. On cubic, it's kind of S-shaped. We've never seen that before in Math 2, so it's kind of S-shaped. But I can, as I go forever down, it also goes forever to the left. As I go forever up, it also goes forever to the right. So it's all real numbers in both directions. Okay, this one is our rational function. It's a very strange looking function. It's 1 over x. The domain, it does go forever to the left, and it does go forever to the right. So that makes me think that it's all real numbers. But when we use our calculator, we can find out that it is never, ever, ever defined here, and that's because this right here, if I plug in a 0, I'd have 1 over 0, and that's undefined. So I have to put the restriction that x cannot equal 0. For the range, it does go forever down. It does go forever down, and it does go forever up. But it never, ever, ever will equal 0 because you have a 1 in the numerator. So again, you have to put the restriction that it's not equal to 0. This last one is a logarithm. I want you to notice it kind of looks the opposite of that exponential over there. The domain, you can tell right here that it never gets to the left Okay, it's only from to the right of 0, and you can put this in the calculator and again see that it is undefined at 0, so it has to be bigger than 0. It can't be equal to 0. However, for the range, it does go forever down, and it does go forever up, so it's all real numbers.